बोले सोने हाल सासरी अकाल।
So I'm Danika Swagat back to my kitchen going summer. The sun is shining and we like to probably have some foods that we don't need to involve a lot of cooking. So right in front of you I've got a wonderful array of my display of the ingredients for this one show. So you can imagine so much goes into it, so many pande thode pandene, and then the set has to be changed for the next show. So welcome, and the concept today is breakfast all day. Breakfast, like English breakfast, is also all day. Serve it with anything that you want to. I'm going on to two concepts of this. Here is what my ingredients display is. I've got the ginger, I've got onions, shallots, fennel, garlic, tomato puree, chilies, fresh peppers, black garlic, mixed beans, and this is one of the concepts of the sausages. And then I'm going to make a black bean hummus, which is going to involve black bean with chickpeas. But the mix of what is going in the sausage mostly, which is vegetarian, is the mixed bean with vital wheat flour, which is a very good flour, and a bit of besan, adding in all the dry herbs. So that will be the sausages, and then we'll go on to the second part, which is a slightly different concept. So let's get cooking. I've got my mixer here where I'll be blending my beans. So mixed beans I have done, black dyed beans, I have done haricot beans, any beans of your choice. Should be water free. Try not to keep the water content in the beans. And I'm going to take a tablespoon and a half of black eyed beans, which is a separate concept. So I'm going to blend this, but not too much. We're going to keep them a little bit coarse, and so we can see the ingredients. So leave some bits and pieces so we can actually see some food rather than making it into a paste. So I'm going to get my main mix bowl. The first concept of the vegetarian sausages, we will start with that, and the rest half we are going to leave it for the burgers. Here we need to spice it up. In here I'll be adding in a tablespoon of gram flour, three tablespoons of vital wheat flour, and this tastes so delicious and it's really good. And we'll be adding in just about a teaspoon, half a teaspoon of water, nothing more to that. Now go in all the other ingredients that are going to create the spice, the smokedness, and whatever you crave for in non-vegetarian sausages. Serve that on its own, serve that with any salad, serve it in a bun as you wish. That's your choice. Tika? So if you notice, that's the kind of mix you're going to get. Now adding in all the dry ingredients, which is going to be half a teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of granulated onion. In the sausages we won't be adding the whole onion. Here goes in chilies, then we are going to add paprika hot, half a teaspoon of everything, salt to taste, but again it won't be more than 3/4 teaspoon, garam masala, and we give that a good mix. You can make them as spicy as you want to or as bland as you want to, for depending on the children's taste. Something so small goes such a milestone of this little kalo ke. It was just half a bowl of the mix. I've got my griddle which is piping hot. If you noticed, I will be switching on this side first. The shape of the sausage will be in the sausage shape anyway. I will then add a little bit of my chili paste, red chili paste, 3/4 teaspoon, to give the fire. Again, that is optional. Some ingredients can be optional. So if you see that the vital wheat flour has done its job by binding this all up, and look at that, it's lovely. In this one, I'm going to add a teaspoon of tomato puree, so I've got my griddle. You can put it on a skittle if you like. You'll appreciate I have an electric cooker, so I have to work. My griddle will do me. Initially, I'm going to start here, create the shape, and then probably try to put it in the other tier. So look at the redness and the paprika, the chili paste, and tomato puree has done its job of giving wonderful color. It doesn't look dull anymore. We see a lot of food and eat it because it looks good. The color looks appetizing. So I've got my board here which I'm going to grease up. Right, sausage in any shape or form or sizes that you like. So just roll them up long, and then you can either make them into chapalatas and cut them all the same size. It would be nice to keep the uniformity so you know exactly, you know. That could go with a salad, that could go with mash if you so wish, but try not to have potato mash, try to have a pumpkin or butternut squash. So I'm just going to make them a little bit thinner so they all look nice and professional finish. I've boarded a little bit of oil on my board. You could even make this into a hot dog, you know. So I'm just going to leave it long first, and then I will cut it off. It even looks like a veg kebab. The color looks so glorious, doesn't it? So you can do it on a griddle, but this will brown very quickly because vital wheat flour does not need as much cooking at all. If you start noticing that the red chilies and the tomato puree is already given its wonderful color. Look at that, so fast. Really, you could be out in the garden and have a wonderful, you know, chit chat, but get away with less cooking and enjoy the sun a lot more. So we can cut it into half, serve that with something of your choice, salad of your choice, but like I said, I'm going to make hummus, which is black bean chickpea hummus, at some stage once we are doing the veg burgers. I've also got this one going. So if you can notice, the sizzling effect is very inviting. This could be done outside in your barbecue if you so wish, and so easy, so simple. Get it as crispy as you want to, and it's already started becoming quite crispy. It didn't take much. So just a 7-ounce kalo, or just over under a 3/4 cup, I've managed to make. If I cut this into half, there are 6 sausages, and that's for six people. Jar kalo 4 people. Really great idea, isn't it? So because it's a bit delicate, initially don't use any hard sharp products, or just roll them gently. But if you're doing it on a skittle or in a pan, then you can use the non-stick spatula just to turn them around. So let's get on to the veg burgers now, which is the same concept. But in the veg burgers, we are going to add the ginger, we're going to add chilies, we're going to add onions, we're going to add peppers. So I'll be making 2 veg burgers, and I'm going to make 2 patties. Which the dough is already risen and proven. If you have a look at that, there'll be flat patties. You can make them into a bun. This is one I've prepared earlier, which is spelt flour. I've put in sun-dried tomatoes. I've enhanced the flavor with black olives, chilies, yeast, and salt to taste. So again, to make the 2 veg burgers, we are going to add in this one. First of all, inside the mix, a heaped tablespoon of seeds, onion seeds, which is called Nigella seeds. They are called black cumin, very good for diabetics. People are not using enough of this, so just a half a teaspoon. Then bringing in my shallots, just about a shallot and a half. If you have a look, this is so wonderful. It's holding its shape and nice and brown. Adding in my red peppers. You can add mushrooms if you so want. This is pointed red peppers, chote chote brik kaat lo. So this is just 1/3 red pepper, which is really sufficient. In goes the tomato puree. Chilies to taste, and more chilies. And let's get back into the second half of the cook show, leaving you in suspense how I'm going to make this and what is going into my air fryer after the short break.
एक 106 ਦੇਸ਼ਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਦੇਖੇ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਅਕਾਲ ਚੈਨਲ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਕੋਨੇ ਤੋਂ ਲਾਈਵ ਜਾਂ ਡੀ ਲਾਈਵ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਪੂਰੀ ਟੈਕਨੋਲੋਜੀ ਮੌਜੂਦ ਹੈ। ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸਾਰਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਹਾਈ ਡੈਫੀਨੇਸ਼ਨ ਤੇ ਕਵਰ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਵੇਗਾ। ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦੇ ਪੈਗਾਮ ਨੂੰ ਘਰ-ਘਰ ਤੱਕ ਪਹੁੰਚਾਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਤਾਂ ਅੱਜ ਹੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਰਿਕਾਰਡ ਕਰਵਾਉਣ ਲਈ ਸੰਪਰਕ ਕਰੋ 07702748906 ਤੇ।
Breakfast anytime. The ingredients are half a cup of mixed beans and black-eyed beans with kidney beans and black beans with haricot beans, a 1/4 cup of vital wheat flour, 2 tablespoons of gram flour, 1 teaspoon of onion powder. Any herbs, I chose rosemary and chives, with half a teaspoon of tomato puree and 1 tablespoon of water, salt and pepper to taste. Add the mashed or pre-mashed beans into the all dry ingredients, make it into a paste, roll out the sausages and put them on a griddle or on a skittle. Make them brown and crispy as preferred. The second recipe, anytime bean burger, which was the same mix, but in this mix we were adding in half a cup of the mixed beans, a 1/4 cup of the vital gluten, 1 heaped tablespoon of gram flour, 2 finely chopped spring onions, rosemary, sage, half a teaspoon of tomato paste, half a teaspoon of water, salt, pepper, coriander, chopped basil, all to taste. Make this mix, make it into a paste. Make the burger to shape of any ring or any size. The burger, apply and coat it with the sesame seeds. Grill on a griddle or in a pan, applying very little oil so it does not stick. As that is browning, you can grill new potato which has been boiled on the griddle to complement that with the dish. For the bread, it was half a cup of spelt flour, adding in sun-dried tomatoes, chopped, black olives, salt, half a teaspoon of yeast. Make that into a dough, let it rise for about half an hour. Make the bread ring bigger than the bun. Bake it in the air fryer at 170 degrees for 6 minutes. Cool it down, cut it into half and put the burger with the hummus. The recipe for the black bean hummus is 2 tablespoons of chickpeas, 1 heaped tablespoon of black beans, ginger, garlic, salt, onion powder, greens, agave syrup, tomato puree, and make that into a mix in the blender with 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Serve and garnish with anything of your choice. The whole dish can be served with the summer salad. I prefer to use cucumber which has been marinated. So, left in your mouth-watering suspense, folks. Come back to the second half of my cook show. Going in all breakfast all day. Got my sausages going. Veg sausages did not take time. Splendid, delicious, fabulous. Serve it with whatever you want to. I've also got something on the side here to go. I've got my serrated sweet potato. Being summer, enjoy sweet potato. We'll probably put them in this section here. Get those nice and brown. And because they will be double cooked on both sides, I've used my serrated knife. Anybody who's missed my serrated knife, which is a wonderful concept, get great shapes, great for the eyes to see that how I'm going to be using this a lot into my new series of cook show. So that is on. While that's going, let's get back to the veg burgers here. I've got my ring cutter which I use for donuts. I use it for so many things, for pastries, and I've got a large one. I think this is too big. I'm going to stay with the small one. Here comes in the garlic powder, garam masala. It's hot, the sun is out. We just want to eat something where we can sit and enjoy. By soon September we realize the winter is gone. Adding in all my herbs now. I'll be using mixed herbs, chives. If you can hear the sizzling. That's the onion granules. Gives a wonderful taste. Then goes in the smoked pepper. You want to give it a barbecue taste without having to burn the coal and the fuel. A lot of people don't like the taste of that fuel that we ignite the charcoal with. I'm one of those because you can actually taste it. Then goes in the chili pepper and some red chili paste, half a teaspoon. And let's give that a good mix. There is everything. That little amount has just become so much. And we'll be also adding in our vital wheat flour with the besan. So if you have a look here, that's the sizzling of the, let this cook on low heat. The crispier, I guess that's what people look for. Adding in 2 level tablespoons of vital wheat and 1 of besan, which is the gram flour. A Punjabi tikki made in a different way, no frying, not air frying this time, going for the grill. The only thing I've left out is salt. And the only thing you will add extra is maybe half a teaspoon of water. There we are. That's all you needed. So messy free, Callow. You can get your children involved. You can hide broccoli in here. Any other herbs that you like, that you want to. But here I'm going to be adding in basil and fresh coriander. Both have been chopped together. And the basil is going to give that wonderful Italian taste. You can add in methi if you want to. So look at the greens. Suddenly my veg burger has become, you know, great and inviting for the eye. And just this much, this is now another 7 ounces of the mix, and look at that. We're going to get really, my intention was to make 2 burgers. By adding a flour, thoda vad gaya, may end up having 3 burgers. All the merrier. This is a Punjabi heart of welcoming guests all the time, anytime. Not Goreya Mangar, hai na? So I'll be using a bit of oil on my hand, which is rapeseed. So I've also got oil on the board. I'll be putting that down. So half the mix into this one and the other half for the second one. So make a perfect burger. Look at that, no mess, hands are clean. Ingredients have to be dry. And you know exactly, there is no excorbates, there's no e-flavors, there's no enhancers, nothing of that sort in here that actually people react to. Okay? So just picking it up gently. Putting it into my sesame seed mix, stabbing it down, taking the mix and letting the sesame seeds touch all around. If somebody has allergy to sesame seeds, don't use it. My cook show is just the creativeness and for you to enjoy. I'm just going to oil my base here so we don't have it sticking. My first burger is ready to go here. Look at that. Literally kind of messy free. You can get your children involved, safe. Get on to the second burger. Again, just going to oil my base here. Get my ring here. So 2 nice big burgers, a full meal on its own, all protein kind of, and with the organic spelt flour base bread with amazing, look at that, wonderful. And that sweet potato. Again, we can glorify the sweet potato. Look at the ridged potatoes, just look so much better. We would probably need to give them a bit of a turnaround. How's that for a perfect mix? 6 sausages, 2 veg burgers. Spoil your guests, get your children excited, get your daughters into the kitchen so they are not eating as much outside. Home cooking nal barkat hegi ya. Onto my plate, give it a good turn and just making sure that the seeds stick everywhere, lifting that up. And get all the seeds around the side, because that's going to really give it that wonderful taste. Don't forget, we've also added smoked paprika, and that is the one that is going to help give you that wonderful barbecue taste. That goes straight there. Now ready to go into making the base bread, and after a little short break. Back to the cook show. Air fryer is heated at 170 degrees. I'll be making my base patty, which is the spelt flour that's proven and risen with yeast. So I'm going to make a little callo pizza base. Yeah. So taking in probably just 1/3 of that and rolling it out to this size ring, the bigger size, and then baking it in my air fryer. It is very soft dough. I'll try to not press down too much. You can make it as thick as you want to, but probably about 0.25 is good enough. Just give it a perfect nice kind of professional finish. जी हाँ, my air fryer is hot and I'm just going to grease the base of my tray and grease the base of my both my ਟਿੱਕੀਆਂ ਜਾਂ patties कह लो, veg patties ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ made from spelt flour, and that goes into the air fryer. That should be done and risen in under 5 to 6 minutes, and that will go onto my very crispy bun and sausages ready to go into plating. Ji haan, welcome to the plating section. My bun and the spelt flour is ready. My buns are ready. The veg burgers are ready. My sweet potato is ready. My plate is ready. Here I'm going to go into the hummus, which is the black bean hummus. Let me just show you how this has come out beautiful and crisp. This almost looks like a patura, but this is no frying. You know, if anybody's got cholesterol, here is a story that I've shown you how to do a veg burger without having used any bad oils. So what we'll do is cut this in the middle. Now it has really fluffed up. This is not like a bun, what you buy, heavy dough bun. I've enhanced it with black olives, so it's still very hot and very untouchable. And my bun is going to go in here with this wonderful hummus, which is going to be nice and spicy. If you look at that, that's so piping hot inside. The bread is still. Let's just let it cool down. Let's get on to the hummus while this is still getting crispy, and that's just about 1 tablespoon of black beans, 3 tablespoons of chickpeas, white chickpeas, ginger, garlic, salt, everything goes in here. Shallots, chilies, which are already ground, however we will drop those in. A tablespoon or so of agave. I'm not going to be measuring it, but andaje nal, because a lot will be left only on the spoon. Black garlic paste, a good 3/4 teaspoon. Sesame seeds, your choice, a tablespoon of sesame seeds. Adding in all the other things, ingredients, garam masala, salt, chili paste, what you mostly buy from the stores. Hummus gives you gas because, you know, buy the jisaya. That's it, done. Put that into the plate because all the herbs inside have already been mixed in. We've got our bowl ready. That goes into the bowl. Any other greens to add per choice. Look at that. So amazing that just 2 tablespoons and 1 of the black beans was enough to give you this wonderful. Adding in your greens as you wish. I'm going to take garlic butter and add more herbs to it and taste. Spread the garlic butter inside. If you are have high cholesterol, use any other spread. Look at the bread, it's turned out so beautiful. And the bread you would normally get in the stores would be very heavy. So adding my hummus into this, a nice generous amount, because this is the one that's going to give that wonderful sauce taste that you all look for. Picking up my the first bun. It looks wonderful. Got some marinated cucumber. You can serve it with any other sauce of your choice. Just going to put in our wonderful pumpkin, sweet potato chips. Enjoy it and savor the taste. I can take you to another cook show very shortly with some exciting recipes. Take care of yourself and each other and have a wonderful summer. Goodbye and Sat Sri Akaal.